How's it going, my peeps? You guys know what time it is. It is now time for the WWE Money in the Bank 2013 prediction game video. In this video, I'm going to go over every single one of my predictions for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. The Money in the Bank pay-per-view has to be, Road to WrestleMania aside, this has to be my favorite pay-per-view. Now, initially, when Money in the Bank was announced, the first Money in the Bank pay-per-view, I don't know, I wasn't too fond of it. I mean, I was looking forward to the Money in the Bank ladder match, but I wasn't sure how I felt about the Money in the Bank ladder match no longer being on the WrestleMania card and having its own pay-per-view. Over the years, though, after, a couple of Money in the Bank pay-per-views, I've grown to really like the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. It's one of the funnest, it's one of the most entertaining matches, or pay-per-views in my opinion. And the pay-per-view itself, the past couple of years, has been, pretty damn good. And the Money in the Bank ladder match itself, I'm a big fan of that matchup. I'm a big fan of ladder matches, and whenever you can have like 6 superstars, 7 superstars inside a ladder match, it's always a good result. I don't think there was ever a bad Money in the Bank ladder match. There's been, at worst, it was like an okay Money in the Bank ladder match, but I've never seen one that was bad. And the fact that you get 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches in one night, I like that. Not just one, you get 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches. One for the World Heavyweight Championship, and one for the WWE Championship. And, history has shown that whoever wins the Money in the Bank briefcase gets to cash that in for a shot at the championship. And so far, every single person who's cashed in that briefcase, apart from one of the 2 you're looking at right now, John Cena, apart from John Cena, everybody else has cashed in successfully and become champion. So whoever wins that briefcase, it's pretty much a guarantee that you're looking at, not necessarily the next champion, because you never know who's going to win the championship or whatever, but a future champion, a future world champion or WWE champion. It's definitely a great pay-per-view, and out of all the match-specific pay-per-views like Hell in a Cell, TLC, and Money in the Bank is my favorite out of those. So, enough about me talking about Money in the Bank and how I like Money in the Bank and such. Like I said, I'll be going over every single match on the card in this video, not in great detail, but I'll tell you guys who I think is gonna win, and then I'll post up some match card prediction videos, or not match card prediction videos, I mean prediction game videos, simulations of the actual matches, where I'll go into detail on those videos, on the prediction I gave in this video. So, yeah, let's kick this off with the Money in the Bank kickoff. So it looks like the whole, kickoff thing, it's the new name for pre-shows now. They're no longer called pre-shows, it's called kickoff. That started at Payback. I thought maybe the Payback kickoff was, the kickoff name was just going to be for the Payback events, but it looks like it's a permanent thing. So the Money in the Bank kickoff is going to be for the tag team titles. It's going to be the Shield defending their tag team titles, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins defending their titles against the team of Jay and Jimmy Usos, the Usos. And the Usos haven't gotten a title shot in a long time. And a quick little note, this is actually the first time ever that the Shield, any member of the Shield, is on the pre-show, is on the kickoff. Or not even that, it's also the first time, as far as I know, that the tag team titles, the tag team championships, are on the line on the kickoff show. I actually expected this match to be on the main card, so I was kind of surprised that they put it in the kickoff. Regardless, anyways, who do I think is going to win this matchup? This is actually one of the easier matches to predict for me, and this is, to me, in my opinion, the Money in the Bank card has to be a pretty unpredictable card. But as far as this match goes, it's to me, in my opinion, it's pretty easy to predict, and I'm gonna go with the Shield, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins winning this matchup and retaining their tag team championships. And then moving on to the main card, you've got Chris Jericho versus Ryback in a one-on-one matchup. Who do I think is gonna win this one? Both Chris Jericho and Ryback's pay-per-view records, for Chris Jericho, since coming back, both their pay-per-view records haven't been so good. Their win-loss ratio hasn't been very good. they've lost more on pay-per-view than they've won. And so you've got both of these guys that have this not so good pay-per-view ratio, you know, as of late, facing off against each other. In this case, who do I think is going to win this one? Who's going to add a victory to their win-loss record at pay-per-views? I'm going to go with Ryback winning this one. And, of course, I'm going to go into more detail as to why I think Ryback's going to win this one on the actual simulation of Chris Jericho versus Ryback. Following that match, you've also got the Divas Championship match. The champion, AJ Lee, defends her title in a rematch against Kaitlyn. AJ won the championship. They had the first matchup at Payback, and in that matchup, Kaitlyn was the champion, AJ was the challenger. AJ ended up winning the title. Now, the roles are switched. AJ is the champion, Kaitlyn's the one challenging for the championship, invoking her rematch clause. Who do I think is going to win this one? I'm going to go with AJ, but at the same time, maybe Kaitlyn wins. I could see that. It's not like 50-50, but I could see Kaitlyn possibly winning this one, but I'm pretty certain. I think it's a safe bet that AJ is going to retain her championship here. And then you've got The Miz versus Curtis Axel. Curtis Axel, of course, being the new Intercontinental Champion. He won the championship in a triple threat match, which involved The Miz and Wade Barrett. He got the, they got the Wade Barrett rematch out of the way, so now The Miz wants a shot at the championship because he was about to win the championship until, Curtis Axel stole the victory or whatever. And as far as this match goes, I'm actually going to go with Curtis Axel winning this one and retaining the Intercontinental Championship. I actually thought this match was going to be on the Payback Kickoff, and the tag team title match was going to be in, I guess, this match's spot on the main card. Following that, you've got the World Heavyweight Championship match. It's going to be the champion, Del Rio, defending his championship against Dolph Ziggler. Same as the Divas Championship match, the roles are switched now. They had their first matchup at Payback, in which Dolph was the champion and Del Rio was the challenger. Del Rio ended up winning the championship at Payback, and turning heel, Dolph turned face, and this is Dolph now invoking his rematch clause. This match, I could really see both. I can see Dolph winning, I can see Del Rio winning, but when I think about it a lot, and think about all the possibilities, all the scenarios, and all that stuff, I just think Del Rio is going to retain. Now, Del Rio doesn't necessarily need to win this match to retain. You could, as the champion, he can retain by disqualification or a countout, but I'm thinking Dolph. I'm thinking Del Rio is going to win by pinfall or submission. But bottom line, I think Del Rio is going to retain the title, and I'm gonna go with Del Rio winning this match. By the way, for the prediction game video, instead of for championship matches, and let's say you're thinking this champion is going to retain, but you think he's going to retain by disqualification or countout. Well, if he retains by disqualification or countout, then the winner is not the champion, the winner is the challenger. Although the champion retains his title, the winner is still the challenger. So in that case, you would go with the challenger instead of the champion. But in this case, I'm going to go with Del Rio actually winning the matchup and retaining his championship by either pinfall or submission, so I'm going to pick Del Rio. And following that match, you've got the actual Money in the Bank matchup for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's going to be Wade Barrett versus Cody Rhodes versus Damien Sandow versus the United States Champion Dean Ambrose, Fandango, Fandango, Jack Swagger, and Antonio Cesaro. And this along with the other Money in the Bank ladder match, these are really unpredictable. I mean, whenever you've got a large amount of superstars like that in a matchup, of course, it's going to be a lot more unpredictable than just a regular one-on-one matchup where it's just two people. In this case, you've got so many people, and, there's a bunch of these guys that I could see winning this Money in the Bank briefcase. But in the end, after thinking about it for a long time, after going back and forth, I'm going to go with Wade Barrett actually winning the World Heavyweight Championship Money in the Bank ladder match. I'm hoping I'm right, but I could also see a bunch of other guys winning this one, and I'm gonna go into more detail about that, of course, in the simulation of that video, or of that match show. Following that, you've got the Money in the Bank All-Stars ladder match. It's going to be Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan versus Rob Van Dam versus Christian versus CM Punk and Sheamus. Now, Kane was initially going to be in this matchup, but Kane got attacked by the Wyatt family, and because of that, he's out of this matchup. I don't know if there's going to be a replacement or not. If there is going to be a replacement, then I've got a few ideas of who it could be, and I'm going to talk about that in more detail in the simulation. But as far as who I think is going to win this match, I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan winning this one. And then you've got the WWE Championship matchup, the match you're looking, or the simulation you're looking at right now, John Cena versus Mark Henry. Who's going to win this one? I'm going to go with John Cena. So now that I've given you guys my predictions, it's time for you guys to give me your predictions in the comment section below. I'll post up all the matches for the Money in the Bank card in the description box, so you guys can just have easy access to that and give me your predictions in the comment section below. And if you guys enjoyed the video, as always, you can click that like button down below. Let's get this video to like 50 likes. I really appreciate it. Really helps me out. With that said, I'm out, guys. See ya.